What's going on, pilots? It's your boy Kage, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile, but it's going to be a little bit different. Recently, I don't know if any of you guys heard about it, but I got first place at my new type challenge. As you can see, went undefeated and got these two characters. I really did want the freedom though, so I'm really glad I wound up winning. And shouts out to the team. First and foremost, I appreciate you guys 100%. Before I even start the profile off, you guys have been helping me for months now, you know, train, get better, help me improve on some of the stuff that is Christmas land in my head, and help me become a sharper, more well-rounded player instead of going like, I'm gonna throw things at face. And I really appreciate my team for that, first and foremost. And then on top of that, I really do appreciate how good the game of Gundam actually is and how it feels to play. So this is like the first time in a long time that I've had a top or a or like an undefeated to just feel so good and surreal. Like it was like I'm still learning this game and it's already here, but there's still more levels to go. So we're gonna go ahead and show you the list now. Before anybody says anything in the comments, yes, it is a blue-purple list, but it's not the same thing that you're gonna see. I'll explain the changes and all that in my deck per se to show you guys like what I was actually thinking when I put the stuff in there and all that. All right. First and foremost, we run 4 copies of the gun tank. At first, I didn't run any of these. I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna rely on the purple ping and some of the stuff from like the other thing. But it actually turns out this is dual modular and you can use it for other stuff. You really don't have to ping sometimes. I was using it to be a mosquito at one point, as my friend put it, and just put it out there for a threat for next couple of turns in case I'm able to crack your base with one swing and just use this dude to just keep swinging for one, because you're gonna have to deal with him eventually, and then the moment you do, you get punished for it because you did take the 1 damage unless you're trying to use stuff to mitigate the damage. But this card came in so clutch, especially considering the fact that like you have the pop and you also have the I'm gonna be the baby mosquito stinging at you, and a damage is still a damage, so you're just gonna take that. Like the card worked really well. I liked it. I appreciated it for what it was. Now this is where we're gonna start kind of deviating from the original blue-purple list and stuff like that. I run 3 grays, just 3. I decided against putting a 4th one in here over the Fatal Strike because I was just like, this isn't really the BP aggro deck. I really just kind of want to do my thing while I'm playing the game, but also at the same time I do kind of want some cohesion to be able to have the offer to attack first. So this is why this is in here. Also, this is fodder for Lupus, my key card in the deck that everyone told me was great. Well, not my team. My team was just like, hey, play it. All the other people were like, oh, I don't see why people would even bother playing Lupus in a blue-purple deck. You have all the stuff for blue-purple. And it came in clutch so many times. So many of my matches went down to me summoning this next card I'm going to show you and Lupus to begin with. Just, you know. So next, 2 copies of Ryuseigo the Grays Custom 2. Now, the reason why this went in the deck was actually the reason why this went into the deck is because there was a conversation with my boy, and Chaos told me, so how come you don't run this in there? And I was like, yeah, I don't really care much for the, you know, pinging myself and then draw a discard. It's not what the deck's doing. And he's like, no, I get that. But the fact that this is basically a get out of jail free card when your opponent starts catching on to your game plan and tries to starve you from getting your effects off because they have nothing for you to pop, then what? I was like, okay, that makes sense. I'll consider it. And then I went ahead and added 2 of these in here. I didn't want it to be too clunky with this guy, but also like if it came up, it would be a good thing because I can also still pair it with Mika. And I was like, okay, worst case scenario, it's a Link. Best case scenario, I get my full first form pop-off combo to draw 2 cards. And it happened a lot more often than I thought it would. It was pretty funny because like they refused to put stuff on the board like when I put first form on the board because they'd be like, oh, he's just gonna ping at it and then swing on it. And they were right some of the times, but then the other times I was just like, okay, he left it on the board, didn't die, cool. Ryusei go. And then I draw 2 cards off that, and it was great because you throw something in Tekton, trade it into the trash, and basically just get like full value for almost nothing. And there was one part of the game plan where I knew the 0 was coming, so I put out 2 Tekton units, had it get destroyed, and then basically that had filled up my trash already to do the crackback for that, which was crazy. And you'll see what I killed the Wing 0 with. Okay. 4 copies of Barbatos First Form. These are the alt arts, as you can see. Barbatos is my favorite character, or my favorite mobile suit in all of Gundam. Literally #1. I love IBO, so this is why I wanted to play this deck, and I was going to play it pretty much until the wheels fell off. It was good or bad, I didn't really care. So yeah, for those who don't know, let me inform you what this card does. This card is pretty much an all-star in the deck. You do need to run for this. There's not really a question to it because it has so many utilities for just a single card, and you have no idea why. So first and foremost, this card on turn 2, if you're going second, is great, and then your next turn follow up with this, or you follow up with Adapt, ping him, and you get to draw a card, right? That already sounds really good. Oh man, he survived and he gets to draw a card. Cool. So when you're attacking, this is early. You can sit there and actually crack base, which is really cool. Or this guy can become a fodder and you draw a card for it. So like, let's say you want to taunt the blocker you just pinged into, blocking. So you're like, attack, draw, and sometimes they'll let it go. Sometimes they will be like, you know what, that's too much for me to take. This dude's only at 1. Let me go ahead and crack it. And lo and behold, you have another one in your hand, or you drew into something better so you can set up for next turn and they have less guys on the board. This is also considered a soft taunt if it survives, because now they have to deal with it on their turn. Because if they don't, and nothing burns it off, nothing kills it, I can just restand it, attack, and draw another card. It's already paid for itself. And there's a lot of those like minute differences in the game that a lot of people are picking up on so far, but like are slightly behind as well, and that makes that really cool for that particular card. I like it. I ran 2 Hyakurin. Now this card right here, I was just like, in earlier testings there was like 3, it was at 4, and I always felt every time I drew into this card, especially mid to late game, I felt so bad because it was like, alright, I just lost my tempo because this came up instead of something I could have linked with Mika or Amura, and I'd be like, okay, whatever, play it, go. And they would be able to address this easily. It'd be like, okay, cool, turn 4, rest, attack into it with Grandpa, recover. And it was just like, it just felt bad, so I decided to reduce the amount of cards for this one. And there'll be a card I show you later that I put in for that. Next card, 4 copies of Barbatos, Gundam Barbatos Adapt. Now this card right here, I will shit you not, I honestly think this is probably one of the best rares, or if not the best rare in GDO3, next to I would say G-Quux, because this card is absolutely amazing as well. Now this card right here is kind of crazy. So you play it, deploy, and then you choose an enemy unit and you choose one of yours. So you choose like your first form or something and ping it. You get to ping it, and this basically makes a lot of blockers very frail. So they have Zoward on the board. That dude has 1 more left. You just gotta link and kill it. And then you have stuff that like you make them have very disjointed plays, especially if you have the link. You play this, you can ping like Leafrith, and then you tuck Mika underneath. You ping this, and then you ping the Leafrith again. It's at a 2, and now the dude that you summoned that is at a 2, like the Grays and stuff like that, Ryusei Go. Ryusei Go can just basically start harassing with presence, because you're like, okay, cool, you're open, I'm gonna swing 2, and you have to either give me the Leafrith or wait for me to swing if I choose to swing. And either way, it feels bad because I'm in control of how you're blocking now, and that's how I was playing it for the most part against quite a few decks that I was playing. Alright, 3 copies of Gundam. Now the only reason I run 3 copies, and the only reason I only have 3 copies, is all mine are being used up by my teammates, and it's fine. It's fine, I don't care. I actually love running this at 3. It feels great. It doesn't exactly feel like I'm like sheeping out and just playing 4 because it's Gundam. Like, that 1 card does matter, honestly. I feel like that 1 card for changing out for something else mattered, and I prefer it that way. So the 3 copies of the Gundam is fine. Gundam is Gundam, alright? It has repair 2, so that's crazy already. You have the when paired with anything, by the way. When paired with anything. Well, during paired, it's +1 AP on your turn. So this handles all the problems of the little guys back here being super small. Like, this becomes a 3, this becomes a 5, this becomes a 4. Like, the numbers just go up, and you can do more favorable trades, especially if you need to get something big off the board. I was swinging my gun tanks into things I knew was going to get hit for damage. I'm like, okay, cool. Ping that for 2 damage, and then like you'd fucking swing again, and then basically you'll be able to like blow stuff up with like Lupus at that point, which felt so great to do so many times with so many different things. And when we get there, I will show y'all. But now, Next, we have 3 copies of Gusion Rebake. Only run 3 copies of this. Reason being, we run 3 copies of how I ran it was because of the fact that, like, you're gonna see a lot of 3s and like 2s and 3s in here that you're probably gonna be like, what the hell? How did you go undefeated? Like, upon testing this for quite a while at 4, it felt really clunky, especially when you're like, you needed something besides this guy and you just draw it because it was, you have 4 copies of it. You just drew it, and you'd be like, okay, cool, I'll play another Gusion. And the only time I was holding these and it felt great was like one game where I had to stave off, so I was like, okay, cool, double Gusion. And I was happy that that was the play at that turn. I was like, nice. But all in all, Adapt does the exact same thing that does for cheaper. And on top of that, the blocking is amazing, but it can still get rested by Amuro, which is kind of trifling. I'm not gonna lie, it's so trifling. And you just feel bad because you just paid 4 for that, and it's like, okay, cool, rested. It's like, oh, alrighty. But Gusion's really good. I would definitely hard 3 of that. Up next, we have Gundam NT1. I run 2 copies of this card. This card is actually super good. It goes super well with the ping strategy in this. And then on top of that, like, you can go super aggro with this as well in your turn 5. You can choose between going a block for Gusion, or you can do this. And if you do this, you have an Amuro open. You do that and ping stuff. Like, you use this to ping things, and then if you do ping and kill it, you draw a card, and it comes up a lot more often than a lot of people think. That's why I put 2 in there. Like, I really, if I was really devious, I would probably put a 3rd one in there, but I think 2 is fine. So you have a total of like 5 grandpas in the deck, which is cool. And it also has repair, so you can just harass little guys and go on about your merry way. Now, if you remember the card I told you I was planning on switching out with the Hyakurin, when I had 4 of them, I was like, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna go down to 2 and I'm gonna try out 2 of these. 2 copies of Gundam Barbatos Form 5, the ground type, the one where he has the big T-Rex mace. Now, the reason why I put these in here, and it was so, oh my god, it worked so perfectly. So I've been talking a lot about soft taunts, basically like really threatening cards that already either are too weak, but they don't really do anything unless it's like you let them, or the ones you have to get off the board because they do too much. This is kind of in between both. So there was at one point, back-to-back turns, I was able to stabilize by dropping a combination of cards. Like, it would be like first form this, or it'd be adapt this. And it always worked out to where my board would go wide, and even if they did 0 me, it would literally do nothing to the guys that had 4 buttons. So adapt, if both of the grandpas are healed, those, what else, Gusion stays alive, everything else that's like lower end dies, but like you're basically feeding Lupus. So it's like, okay, cool, that's fine. And like, you still have the giant board presence on the board, so you can just start swinging. And also what I found out is they really don't want to leave this guy on board if they have a grandpa, because this is a free grandpa trade right here. Especially on like a turn, like turn 5, and you leave 2 open, have them scared or something. Like, oh wait, what is he actually gonna do then? Like, is he gonna throw something at me and I don't know about it? Or when I rest it and go for the attack, is he gonna like unforesee me if this is a purple-white deck? And well, with this being purple-blue, like, this is fun because you do this, and then if you're able to play grandpa next turn and they played a big base, this is a 6. This is a 6, and this was a vanilla that you did not put anything into. So these being out to take care of either grandpa or take care of a giant base is really cool. I loved playing this card. Every time I saw it, I didn't feel too jacked up about it. Like, man, I had slow 5, like 3-drop guy on, man, this sucks. I was like, yo, this card is actually going to cause problems right now. And then it's like, and then like, if my boy Chozo hadn't told me about like the stat line for this, I wouldn't have given it a second look. I promise you I wouldn't have, because I was like, okay, this is a kind of weird Barbatos card, I don't know. And then my friend was like, bro, did you see the stat line on turn 5 for like 5 4s? You know what I mean? There's only like, he's like, there's only like 4 or 5 of them. And I was like, okay, yeah, your point. Oh, okay. All right, I'll try it out. And I couldn't justify doing 4 of these, but like, I could definitely justify putting in 2, maybe 3. This card's really good. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna take out 2 Hyakudins for this, and I'll see how it goes. And he's like, yeah, man, just try it out. And I also, at one point I used it to attack with. It was funny. It's because they tried to like block me out, and I had enough to attack It's just how I wanted to utilize the attacks was going to be where I was able to clear off the board and clear most of their life during that turn, and then basically maintain control because they were drawing into one card. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to go ahead and restabilize. I'll use Grandpa, rest your guy, swing over it. I will survive, and this giant mofo swing for 7, taking out your other big guy. And it's because like you really don't want to, like, you don't want against a block deck, like, or against somebody blocking against you, you really don't want to sit there and feed into unnecessary trades, especially when you know they're willing to do the trades and then still get like heavy damage done to you. So you have to mitigate it somewhere, but like at some points you gotta know when not to block. But that wasn't one of those times. Up next, another card everybody told me I was absolutely insane for playing in my deck, because this is a Christmas land card. I'm not gonna lie, I love, like I said, I love IBO, so I play these as a 2 of pretty much every deck if I can, because I've seen it at 1. I hate it being at 1 because it feels so sacky, slash like you're like, okay, cool, that's great, I found the 1 and I don't have any more pilots because I wasn't expecting to draw this card. So I normally have it at 2 in anything, because like, yeah, I'm gonna draw one of them at least, but if I draw both of them and I don't need both of them, I'm gonna, this is getting tossed early game if I need it for like Ryusei Go's effect or something like that, because it also feeds into Lupus, as I'll show you all coming up. Now this card right here, is like, they made a smaller version of the card. That card actually sucks. I played it profusely, Ryue. Like, it's good in probably a different deck, just not this deck. I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing IBO, Tewa spam, and it would do things, but it would like hinder me so bad. So this right here is one of those cards where it's like super good, and you play it, give one of your other guys, you ping one of your other guys, and they get +1 AP. This does come up and help in certain matchups. I know for a fact it helped me when I was doing, I had to clear something off the board, but they wanted 2 things from me basically, because I think my grandpa only had 6, where their AP was like 7 or something, or their HP was 7 or something. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not trading 2 guys unless, and I was like, all right, cool, ping the grandpa is gonna die anyway, so 7. Swing, crash into the 7 body, and then like everybody was still on board. So I was like, okay, cool. Turn this guy into suppression by pinging, and ping that, and then I would just like rest the other dude and kill it off, and then swing, catch up really quickly. So I was really liking the suppression hits in this, and I almost lost to somebody playing something similar. It was a BP deck as well in game 5, and suppression Barbatos almost wrapped me up. I'm not gonna lie, like I was like, oh, I am going to fucking lose. But I was able to come back because of my ace card, this guy, Barbatos Lupus. So I honestly, I really want to fit a third one of this guy in here, but I feel like this is one of those, this is a 2 of card. It is your boss, but it's not your boss. Don't worry about it if you don't see it. Just get to like clinicking somebody with the rest of the deck. But when this card came out, every time it was so clutch, and it was so just beautiful. You'd be like, okay, cool, a show of resolve, see it, play it, and you have the 1 left over because this is like late game. A lot of your Tekadon things should be in the trash. If you used all of that stuff, you're, oh yeah, the Leos, I'm gonna go ahead and tuck my pilot underneath, ping myself for 1, kill one of the Leos, we'll go ahead and kill off your blocker, we'll go ahead and kill off this, we'll go ahead and kill off that, and then we'll swing. And then now give me that blocker, because they don't want to sit there and like lose like that, especially if like they're low on hand too, and this is like late in the game. Oh, I'm top decking. I can't afford to give you a free swing and then have to hopefully you not draw something else crazy. And that's why I love the deck was keeping things at bay. It went from like not in my favor to I'm gonna win this because I got the entire board off the board, or the entire like units off the board. You have no cards in hand, and you have a blocker that you have to choose whether you want to block right now and delay the inevitable, or hope I don't draw something crazy and just retaliate against you for keeping them on board. And a lot of times it was the retaliation. So shout outs to my crazy pick here, MVP. All right, now this is another crazy idea the boy Chozo came up with, as well as myself, because I was tired of seeing so many like you hit the base, draw the base, and it just feel bad. It would feel horrible because of the fact that like you drew 4 bases. Like, so I was like, you know what? Let me try, since this is a faster deck slash like I don't really care what's in my shields per se, and I'd rather them have to go through them instead of me giving them 1 for free. That's why I decided to go 3 Korska bases. I was just like, I'm gonna go 3 Korska bases and see how we do here. And it turned out really well because like the tempo for it was great. Ryusei Go, if I didn't need the Corsica, I tossed it and then I just kept the other Corsicas. And I'd be like, cool, so one of them's online, I can just keep making little guys instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna make a Toggies. I was able to make like Leos and stuff like turn 3 or turn 4. I was able to make Leos and stuff and like rush down the game that quickly because it's like, all right, cool, you're going into turn 4. Like, what are you actually gonna stop though? Like, you have to choose between popping and resting. Like, realistically, especially in the blue purple, like he said that messed up everything for him because I gave him 4 problems to put on the to figure out on the board that short of time, and he was only on EX, so he's like, I had to either choose my Corsica base, playing Barbatos Adapt, and then linking it, losing my EX source, and it was something else. Like, basically, he was like, he had to trade too many cards for it not to crack my base, and then if he did Grandpa, it was gonna be the same thing. So he wanted to just playing Corsica, and then I retaliated and just kind of cracked everything and then played my Grandpa, which is great. Oh, this is also one of the cool cards I play in this deck. It's a 1-of. Look at Determination. So Look at Determination is a good card as well. I was discounting the fuck out of it. I was like, okay, it kills standing characters. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? And then not realizing that, like, a lot of the time after shit starts slowing down and this is a nice later game card, you can kill stuff like Grandpa. Because some people don't want to attack with Grandpa. They're like, I'm going to lose Grandpa if I do that, so I'll just go. You can kill Grandpa with it. It's at level 4 or lower if you have 10 in the trash, and you're going to because you've been doing that the whole time. And the other part of it's really good too because you start killing tokens with it, level 2 or lower instantly. Like, they'd be like, oh, pay 3 for Corsica. And then you go, okay, cool. In turn, I'm going to go ahead and kill the Toggies you just got. So you just paid 3 to play a base, and it feels horrible. Alright, next, 3 copies of Fatal Strike. 4 seems like way too much, and 2 seems like way too little, so I just kind of kept it in the middle. Fatal Strike is one of my favorite cards as well, but also at the same time, this card has a lot of utility, especially in burst. It killed off so many Leo tokens, bro. Like, I was more than happy. Because, you know, they try that little swing stuff, and then, like, they want to keep their other guys safe. They're like, oh, little swing, okay, cool. Flip that, oh, hey, look, ping it. And they're like, oh, that messed up my momentum. Now I have to put out another guy to threaten you with. And it's like, it's too late. I know that you have nothing now. Yeah, but Fatal Strike is like one of those super good cards, dude. Like, and it kills off the little blockers. So, like, it either forces them to stop playing the little blockers or, like, just, Alright, 2 copies of A Show of Resolve. I can't justify playing a 3rd copy. I see people play 3 copies, but I can't justify playing a 3rd copy. This card is really good at 2. I honestly, I love having one like early game and then having one like I said, late game when I drew the Lupus against somebody on like turn 10. Like, late game is so good, like, because then you still have 7 left, and then if you draw Lupus, then you can clear the board off, and then you can set up for either, you can stabilize for next turn, which is great. A show really feels like a very balanced, true pot of greed. It feels really good playing it. So there's a whole lot like the game has that we explore, and we need to explore more of because it's such a great game. Like, pretty much you can do stuff like this and still win. Like, there's apparently questionable cards in the deck, but like at the end of the day, they come out really nice and synergize the way you need to synergize instead of it being like a cookie cutter thing. You can do your own thing. And this is Amuro Ray, the best pilot in all of Gundam. Now, I have my issues with this card. If it gets hit to 2 or like 1, I don't see it getting hit to 1. But like getting hit to 2, probably I can see that for sure. It's that good of a card. It says rest a 5 HP or less unit, just in general, and then it gives like 2/1. So you have Grandpa's at like 6'5", and you have the other one at like 6'5", or yeah, 6'5". It's like, it's a ridiculous number. And then we got our Mikas. Alright, so I have 2 of these. As you can see, like I said, my favorite character, favorite pilot, this guy. I have 2 of these and I have 3 of these. My boy Chozo is supposed to be giving me like 1 more of this, so shouts out to him, appreciate him. I don't know if I want to pull the trigger yet and get 2 more of these guys, because I have 2. I would just like 2 more. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the video. Thank you guys so much. Let me know if you have any questions. I know this is a longer version. I will go over the matches probably in a different video. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me get it off my chest. Like I said, appreciate everybody who helped me get to this point. I'm only going to keep getting better. They're only going to keep getting better. As a team, we're only going to keep getting better. And we will catch you, I don't know, probably at your locals, Bandai Fest and all the other stuff. So see you later. Peace.